Hey, what's going on, everyone? So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Ponda Baba as well as Dr. Evazon. I figured I would just do both of these together since they are seen together in both A New Hope as well as Rogue One. They're like a little duo that likes to cause trouble, so I figured I'd just do them at the same time. And as you can see, it comes in the new Galaxy packaging, and for A New Hope, we have a new color. It's orange, and I kind of like it. I think it's a nice shade of orange. Got Star Wars The Black Series up top, and through this nice big window, you can see each figure. They each come with a blaster pistol. So Ponda Baba is a DL21 with a slightly different grip, and then Dr. Evazon is an SE14C. And there's a better look at this nice orange color. You can see their names at the bottom: Ponda Baba, Dr. Evazon, and Star Wars A New Hope. On this side of the box, front window wraps around, and you have Star Wars The Black Series again down there. And there's the side with the artwork. Great looking picture of each. I mean, that really looks good. And in the background there, you can see the Mos Eisley cantina. Love that. Small windows on top. On the bottom, barcodes and stuff that no one reads. And there's the back of each box. Same picture as the side. You got bios in various languages. Ponda Baba's number 2, Dr. Evazon is number 3, and then down here you got some more stuff that no one reads. I'm going to get these two guys open, and let's take a look at them. All right, so I got Ponda Baba and Dr. Evazon open, and I think I'm going to do Ponda Baba first because he's the one that has the most reuse, so let's start with him. And here we are, a nice close-up of Ponda Baba's head and face. And I think they did a pretty good job with this, especially the eyes. I love this just deep black eyes. I mean, that really looks good. It kind of reflects what's going on in the room. I mean, they did a nice job there. And I think all this in here looks pretty good. I'm guessing this is hair that kind of hangs down. It looks nice. It's a nice sculpt. It feels pretty cool. Yeah, it works. I mean, it totally works. And it just carries around all the way to the back. The butt, it's a nice butt. I mean, that's what he looked like. And on top of his head, you see all these little dots that are painted. I think that looks really good. Kind of gives it this sort of texture and skin look to it, you know, aqualish skin. And it's a nice shade of green. I think it looks really nice. Got a little thing there. It's a good-looking head and face. I mean, this is Ponda Baba. And, of course, from the neck down, it is Yev and Luke. It's just painted differently. You got an orange jacket with some paint splotches here and there to make it look dirty. I kind of wish it was more of a uniform wash over the whole thing to make the whole thing look aged and worn. But it's just in certain places, you know, a little bit there, a little bit there, there. So, yeah, I mean, it's all right. But, you know, the shirt is white instead of black. The belt and holster are brown instead of black. Pants are slightly different shade of brown, and the boots aren't quite as deep black as Luke's, but overall, I mean, it's the same thing. I'm sure you've seen it before. Got some nice wrinkles on the jacket, great wrinkles on the pants, and a nice texture on the boots. I've always loved these boots. Nice wrinkles down here, but I mean, if you're going to reuse something, I think in this case, it actually worked pretty well. Especially with this little texture up here on this jacket. If you've seen some close-ups of Ponda Baba, this is there. So, yeah, that is fine. And, I mean, orange, white, brown, this is pretty much what he had on. And I don't want to spend too much time on articulation because I know you've seen Yev and Luke before, but I just want to touch on the head in particular. You still have some pretty good movement at the head despite this thing being big. You still have some pretty good tilt. Can't really look down. His butt gets in the way. Can't really look down. He can look up to there, though. But, you know, the tilt is still there. I think that's pretty good for a big old noggin. And, of course, everything else is the same. And I forgot to touch on these hands earlier. So these are the furry hands, the hairy hands. I have the hoof hands from the cantina set. And I'm always nervous about pulling the hands out. But you pull these out and you pop the hoof hands on or flipper hands, whatever you want to call them. But I think these hands look good. And of course, when Ponda Baba got his arm chopped off by Obi-Wan, this is the hand that was on there. It was not the flipper / hoof hand, whatever you want to call it. So I'll probably just leave these on. That's what the other one looks like. I think they look fine, kind of furry, same skin tone as his head. But yeah, I think they did a pretty good job on the hands. But yeah, as far as articulation, everything moves pretty much the same. He's got pretty decent elbows. I mean, just a wee past 90, you know, an up and down hinge on the right, side to side on the left, the twist and a little bit of crunch, a little bit of back. All that, of course, is still there. Legs up, legs out, nothing has changed in that department. Feet are the same. So yeah, really just the head. And I think the head still has some pretty good movement despite this thing being pretty big. And as far as accessories for Ponda Baba, there is his DL21. This is a nice sculpt. You got some great little kind of ridges on the grip back here. The frame of this blaster looks really good. Scope looks nice. Really nice detail in here and on the end of the barrel. Pretty cool blaster. And that's what the other side looks like, just more of the same with some little added bits in there, but that's a really nice weapon there. I like it. And let's see how this goes in Ponda Baba's hand. So pretty tight hand, but yes. Okay, that is really good. Trigger finger right through the trigger guard, right at the trigger, just where it should be, and he looks pretty good holding the blaster. It's kind of a weird grip, but you do have an up and down hinge on the right hand, so yeah, that looks all right. And let's see how the holster works, because this holster is obviously reused from Yavin Luke, and it was made for the Defender pistol. Let's see how it works with this DL21. So if you put the scope on the outside, the barrel will poke through, the strap will come around, and it just pegs right in, and that actually works really well. I like it. So yeah, this is a pretty cool figure. I mean, the head and face alone really make up for all this reuse. I mean, the colors work. It's just what he had on the movie. But I love this in here. Blaster's cool. The hands look really good. Yeah, it's a pretty cool figure. So let's move on to Dr. Evazon. And here is Dr. Evazon, and we'll start up here with his face. So I think the face looks pretty good. The white eye over here. You can see his normal eye, or somewhat normal eye there. You got some teeth showing. The nose is all crooked. All the scarring in here. I think they did a pretty good job. The only complaint I have from the neck up is the hair is too gray, right? Dr. Evazon does not have gray hair. He has brown hair. If you look at him, especially in Rogue One, and the timeline from Rogue One to A New Hope, it's not that far off. So the hair should have been a lot darker. But this is what we got. I don't know what picture they were going off of, but his hair is gray. And that's what the bald spot looks like. That kind of looks kind of funny there. I'm not a big fan of how they did this, but yeah, the hair is too gray. It's not quite dark enough, but overall, the face looks pretty good. And from the neck down, we'll start with this vest. So this vest is a very nice sculpt. Really, really cool texture. Looks like it's made out of leather or something. Got some little snaps sculpted in there. This side, more of the same, kind of some dirtiness around the edges there. That's what the back looks like. Yeah, just some wrinkles. The edges of the cut-off sleeves are a little rough. That's what the back of the belt looks like. Great looking pouches. Love those. Holster comes down. Holster is basically just a box, but it's fine. And the belt in the front, nice silver buckle. And they even sculpted in some little belt loops. That's always nice when they do that. And as far as this undershirt, it's just white, and it has a weird cut right here for what is supposed to be, like for twist and crunch, but it is super tight. You really don't get a whole lot of movement there. But right here where the shirt is open, supposed to be like his chest, is a totally different color from his face. And it's right next to it. Even from a distance, you can tell this is a different shade. I kind of wish they would have made this the same kind of pinkish skin tone color as opposed to like a Ken doll color. But that's what we got. This may be an easy fix if you're really good with matching paint. But yeah, it's a different shade. But I think all the wrinkles in here look really good. How it kind of comes down. That's nice. Little pot belly there. And then the sleeves are just white sleeves with some pretty good wrinkles. And same thing on the right. And then hands. You've got some little detail sculpted in on the fingers. Now the skin tone on the hands is pretty close to his face. I don't know what's up with his chest, but yeah, I think the hands look pretty good. So for legs, I'll go ahead and point out the legs are DJ's legs. All right, same legs. But they're painted purple. But I think they look fine. You got some great wrinkles here, how it sort of bunches up on top of the boots. Pretty nice shade of purple. That's what the back looks like. Just some more wrinkles. And the boots, very nice sculpt up here. I think that looks great. Some wrinkles here. And the other side, more of the same. Nice little sculpt. Some wrinkles. So yeah, some reuse. But I think for the most part, from the waist up, it's all new. I can't think of any other figure that has this. So it's an okay figure. But let's take a look at articulation on Dr. Evazon, since he is pretty new for the most part. So the head, you've got some pretty good side to side at the head. You've got some really good tilt. As far as the neck, you can see the neck flex right there, and then the head will also kind of flex to the neck. So he can look down pretty far, and he can look up just to there. And there's some pretty good forward and back at the neck. The arms go way up, and they can rotate all the way around. He's got single jointed elbows that just get to there, so not the best elbows in the world. But you have a swivel at the elbow, a swivel at the wrist. The right hand is hinged up and down, but you really can't use it because the sleeve kind of blocks it. And the left hand has a side-to-side hinge, but again, the sleeve blocks it. And like I mentioned, the midsection is really tight. I mean, there's a little bit of movement there, but not much in the way of crunch, and a little bit of back, and just a smidge of side to side. The legs get up to there. They go out that far. They go way back. Got an upper thigh swivel. Double jointed knees that get to there. Feet go down that far. They go up that far. And there is some swivel at the ankle. And as far as accessories for Dr. Evazon, there is a look at his blaster, the SE14C. That is a pretty cool pistol too. I like that with 2 scopes on it. Kind of a short barrel. Pretty cool looking grip. Yeah, it's a nice weapon. And there's the other side, just more of the same, but yeah, this is a pretty cool blaster. I like this one. All right, so let's see how Dr. Evazon holds this blaster. So that goes in it goes in these fingers really well. The index finger wants to sit on the outside like he's exercising trigger discipline, which is fine, but this index finger is really, really soft, and you can sort of fudge that through, right? Okay, so now it's through the trigger guard, right on the trigger, and that looks okay. And there he is holding this blaster. The scopes really stick far back. It's kind of a cool weapon. It's different, but I kind of like it. But he holds that very well. There's no chance of that falling out, and it's a pretty good look. But I do want to see how his holster works, because this pistol is such an odd shape. So, like I said, it's kind of a box-shaped holster, and it doesn't really go in very far. The scopes block it. That is as far as that goes in. The scopes stick up, so if the pistol's holstered, it's gonna kind of get in the way of arm movement just a little bit. It really runs into it, but that is as far as that goes in there. That's different, and that's what they look like on the shelf. So Luke is on the ground, and yeah, Obi-Wan's about to finish them off. So this whole set looks really, really good. Ponda Baba and Dr. Evazon just totally work. I love the face on Ponda Baba. The face on Dr. Evazon's pretty good. Still wish the hair was a little bit darker. This is the red Box Obi-Wan. And if you're wondering, how'd you get the bar and not the new Obi-Wan? I have a video on that. I'll put it in the description below. But yeah, that's how I'm able to build this cantina set. The bar was a gift. And since I'm here, because I have not done a video on the bar, so the back bar piece, all this back here is filled with holes all across the top, so you can arrange the drink dispensers however you want. It's very nice, and this is just how I have it. And then the bar, I put Bib's cups all across the bar, you know, the 3 cups that came with Bib Fortuna. Yeah, so they're just there for now. So the end of the bar right there, you see those little holes. On the other end, there's little tabs that will snap in, so if they ever re-release the rest of the bar, you know, you can join it together. But yeah, that's what that looks like. And I think these 3 here look really good. And poor Luke is on his back. And yeah, 2 pretty cool figures. I mean, it's nice to have this whole set, you know, sort of set up a little scene. I think the faces look good on both. The outfits are fine, you know, for what they are. They're totally fine. Yeah, pretty happy with this. And I think I'll just end the video here this time, as opposed to taking them both back in the other room, since you've already gotten a good look at them. So I'll just end it here. But let me know what you think of Ponda Baba and Dr. Evazon. I, for one, I'm pretty happy with these 2. And if you like videos on Star Wars The Black Series, please consider dropping a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And please turn on notifications, because I'm always posting something. I would certainly appreciate it. And I just thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll just see y'all next time.